Wasn't it great?
Uh-huh.
They're getting more fun all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so good afternoon. I'm here with Jeannie Willets, and we are going to discuss Jeannie's findings and results, if any, upon listening to the entire Your Wishes, Your Command audios.
Yes.
So I'm just going to ask Jeannie my first question, and what was it that prompted you in the beginning to take the leap, jump right in, and start listening to these audios?
Well, okay. I have my notes here to remind me what to say.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, just like many others, I'm sure, I've been looking for answers to things for a long time. I don't know if you know, but I'm a musical artist. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've had a hard time with that, getting it off the ground and establishing myself. So, with that, I mean, I was thinking of that, but actually the main thing that really got me to do this is just because, I was just learning more and more with Thomas Williams' information. And and just with everything going on right now, I just felt like, I just want to do something. I mean, if there's anything I can personally do to turn things around and to change things, to make us free again and make the world a saner place, then I'm going to do that, And so I saw this and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to just check it out. Frankly, in the beginning, I wasn't sure how it was going to be because he was talking and he said that he had been in the secret societies, and all that. So I thought, well, I don't really want to learn, any black magic or anything. I didn't know what I was going to be learning, so I didn't really want to do that. But I said, well, I'll just listen anyway and just see what it is he's talking about. And sure enough, it was all about the law of attraction, and I had heard about that in the past anyway. And he just made it all so clear and easy to understand, and that's just what I needed, So I plan to use it, and I have started a little bit already using it. I don't know if it's working yet, but on just the way the way I'd like to see things be in the world, in my own life and just outside.
At the same time, do you mentioned your musical business or
career, it's basically what I do.
So do you see how this information can also help you personally build your musical career?
Oh, yeah.
In a better way?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because everything I tried before didn't work. So, because it takes so much to, promote yourself and, get yourself out there and everything. And all I ever really wanted to do was write music and record it and share it. That's it. I don't even, I would like to get some recognition maybe for works well done and just get maybe some support, if people like it. But, and I just, along those lines, I just want to say that one of the things that I feel I can contribute, because, I'm not like a rich person or somebody who has a lot of, pull or whatever it seems like, some people, I don't know what you need in order to really change the world, but to me, my contribution would be musically, would be one of the things would be that I wrote this song when this whole thing started back in March, and it just kind of came to me, and because I was seeing how hate was, happening, and all kinds of weird stuff was going on, and I just came up with a song called "Time for Love," and so I wrote it and I recorded it, and I just now finished pretty much everything on it. It took a long time, but I wanted to make sure it was right and everything. So anyway, I want to release it, and I want to release it in a big way. And so I'm hoping that maybe Kevin Trudeau's information might help me to do that, to figure out how to do that. But or at least just to help me, with the vibrations necessary to to make it happen. Because I feel like it would be a very helpful thing for people, and that's why I want to inspire love and connecting, reconnecting, and things like that. Anyway.
Well, that's excellent. And considering what you said, is there a possibility that you could share that with the group?
Oh yes, yeah. I'm definitely going to do that. I just have to master it. Like it's in the last stages,
Okay.
And then I'm not sure how to share it yet, because what I want to do is I want to make a video to go with it, so that it'll make it easier to share. And the video is going to be, I think, really good, because it'll give some more imagery of what I'm talking
Great.
about. Stuff.
When you're ready, I'm sure Sean can help you, and we have a screen share on the Zoom platform that I think you saw it last night. Jacob pulled it up real easy, so I made that screen share available to everyone on the call, so shouldn't be a problem. Whenever you're ready, we would love to hear that, and got to put it out there, right?
Yeah, well, it's my gift to the world, so I'm definitely gonna.
That's fantastic, Jeannie. It really is.
Thanks.
Good for you.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Okay. Go ahead.
What other? I was just gonna ask.
Okay. So we kind of answered this. Do you believe that this information is the best way for our group to move forward and not only create personal projects, but also our chief aim, which is focus and create sovereignty for ourselves, our group, and our state. Mm-hmm. That's in, what appears to be a disastrous situation, but
Yes. But I remember I wrote down something that Kevin said. Oh, this I love. In, I think it was the last CD, the last video, something like, regardless of what you're looking at, regardless of your situation, if you can live life feeling really, really good, this will be the most thrilling, exciting, blissful experience you can imagine. So that's what I'm counting on. But sometimes it's a little hard. I've realized that I keep going up and down like a roller coaster. I mean, it's just because you might get some good news, and then you get some kind of crappy news, and I just want the world to be free. But I think, there have been one way that I've applied this so far is that if I wake up in the morning and I just feel good, I mean, like there have been times when I just notice that I feel good, So I'm like, wow, I feel good, So then I'll just repeat it again. I feel really good, and I just keep thinking that idea, And so then more good things happen. And, I remember one day I did that and I had a really great day, feeling good all day. So, but that's a start. I know that that's what a lot of everything depends on here. So it could be a challenge, but I think it is possible, because people have done it.
Yes. The better you feel, the better your day is going to be, and as you go along, as you evolve through this, it just becomes a knowingness. You've experienced so many good things because of using this information that eventually it just becomes a knowingness. It just becomes, natural.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And,
yes.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to say I've noticed that happening already, where I'll catch myself, like if I'm thinking about something and it's starting to make me feel bad, and I'm like, whoop, nope, not going there, and I just, I remember the things that make me feel better, and that helps, and then I just stay on that wavelength.
Yeah, wonderful. Sean was even talking about this. I've seen such a difference in him just in the last few weeks.
Oh God, I know. We have too. And it's
isn't it wonderful? It's just watching these people blossom into these, empowered individuals, and you could just see the strength pouring out of them.
I'm so happy. That's why I kept saying, you should listen to Kevin Trudeau. You should listen. And he did, and I knew he would love it. Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
It's really wonderful to watch everybody, and that's why we're doing these calls, because I think this is like number 6, and we only have 18 people that regularly participate. So we're getting real close to everybody being on board. And watch out when everybody has this information in their tool bag. Watch out for this group.
It's such a great idea that you put this up. And thank you so much, really.
I won't say I've been holding on to it, because I haven't. I've been planting seeds all along, not just in our group, with my own children and anybody that I can get to listen, and just take a look. I'm not twisting your arm. Just take a look.
I know. Really, really.
And they always get back to you and go, wow.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to get my other son to listen to it too now, and I think he will, but he's just he's
well, the more he sees yourself and Sean and Bill, getting involved.
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
I think. Yeah. He's definitely seeing it. Yeah.
Okay, so you already answered the third question. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh. Oh, well, I could. There's something I think I want to ask you. Well, like just about like that mastermind thing. So like the more, I guess it's just basically the more that we all feel good and spend time thinking about our aim of sovereignty. I guess that's the thing that will help the most, right?
Well, yes, according to the information, and Kevin, he doesn't get too into that in the Your Wish is Your Command audios, which are the basic fundamentals of this information, and but further down the line, when everybody gets on board with this, I have a lot more information to bring out. Philip mentioned one last night. Patent on leadership was something I posted basically because I don't want people to start jumping ahead of themselves, but that is the next step. That was from a level 1 training, and I went 5 levels in that organization, and every time you were given or you had to attend a level training event somewhere around the world. I went to places like I would have never thought I'd ever go.
Oh, wow.
And I think the level 1 training was just in Ventura. I mentioned it to Vicki. She lives up in Ojai. And I spent a weekend in Ventura for my level 1 training. And that's where he gave us, there's 2 additions to the Your Wish is Your Command audios. One is called Know the Score. And it's about a 3.5 hour conference or talk by Kevin. Great information. I just haven't put it out there yet because I'm waiting for everybody else to listen to the basic training, which is the most important, by the way. Mm-hmm. This other stuff will come. And Philip jumped ahead and went and took a look at the patent on leadership. And
I saw it too. I listened to that one.
I didn't get into it last night, but you probably recognized right away that it might appear to some that it had to do with, you're probably thinking, why is this guy telling us about these military generals? And, what is he, some kind of warmonger? Or
we are kind of at war.
It's just the opposite. It's just the opposite. He presented that to have people understand how to be a leader and be in command of your own experience, be in total command of your particular experience here on planet Earth, and he was just using the Patton, who was supposedly one of the greatest leaders as a general in World War II. And Kevin was actually he was a very what do you call it, a military historian buff. He was really into all that, not the not the evil part of it. He was fascinated by it, and especially by these leaders, And so he used that as an analogy for business, and he would use that information to help people understand how they can be great leaders in their businesses, or how you can be a great leader. And he's empowering people and explaining to people how you can be a great leader in anything you choose to do, the musical business, you can be a great independent leader. You don't have to get involved with you probably know better than to get involved with all the musical industry tycoons, or, these people that are, desperate to get their for the purpose of making money, they're desperate. So they sign up with these record companies, we've all heard those stories, what happens to people. So you can do it yourself. And that's what this information is all about. He's empowering people, and has a really great way of doing it,
That's great.
So I don't know if I answered your question.
Oh, no, it was good.
I tend to go off.
No, yeah. I guess you learn as you do it too, you know. I know I have to keep practicing just the feeling good and keeping my mind on what I want at the same time.
Right. And he explains that that's repetition is one of the number one tools for gathering knowledge and information. You know, before I was ever involved in that group, I was just like everybody else, just out there, you know, thinking I was doing the right thing for myself and my family, and, you know, just digging a bigger hole for myself by way of debt, participating in all their crazy programs, you know, all of them. And, you know, then when that information finally came, I was just like, wow, I don't have to do this. I don't have to go to work every day and, you know, kill myself. I was in construction. It was, you know, I enjoyed it tremendously. I learned a lot from it, but it took a toll on my body for a while there. And it took me quite a few years to get back to, you know, good physical health. You know, and I have to admit, again, that information is what, you know, guided me and directed me and helped me make a firm decision that this is what I really need to do. You know, I don't have to do that stuff anymore, you know.
That's good to know. Yeah.
And it works for everybody, you know. I don't know what everybody's particular situation is, you know. We kind of got into it a little bit last night, but, you know, one of the first things when you're asking people this question is, okay, what drugs are you on? You know, if you simply start by cleaning that up, or what meds are you doing? You know, and some people don't know. They, you know, they just think they're doing the right thing. Well, my doctor told me, you know, so there's so much involved in this information that can help everyone. Just like Philip last night and talking about his doing shadow work. You know, it's a tremendous help. You know, he talks about. I don't
exactly know what shadow work is.
The girls were pretty good about explaining to him last night, and it's basically cleaning up your past programming and traumas, childhood traumas. You know, I'll admit I had some traumas that I was dealing with from my experience in, I got drafted when I was very young and I was in Vietnam for 8 months, living in the jungle like an animal, you know, and, you know, so things like that, you know, and today,
so glad you came back in one piece.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. I don't have time for that, but yeah. You know, today the military diagnoses it as PTSD, you know, and I remember back in the, let's say, late 70s, after I had come back, I was out there doing a lot of crazy stuff, you know, granted, I was young and we all do that. We all went to the 70s, was a crazy time, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex, free love, you know. So, you know, the best thing that the girl said last night, I think it was Estella, don't beat yourself up. You know, you can work through these traumas. And Kevin explains it as, we all have it, that big black ball of energy. Well, as you go through this information over and over and over again, eventually that big black ball of energy that we all have starts to turn into a big white ball of positive energy. And when that white ball of positive energy starts getting bigger than that black ball of negative energy, that's when things really start working for you. And you know, every day is, life becomes your playground, and every day things just become automatic. All these things that you're focused on just start coming in from all different directions off your radar screen, like he talks about, and there's a bazillion possibilities, that's why we don't know. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't know where the funds are going to be coming from. Who cares? They'll come when they do.
Yeah, like keep saying it doesn't matter how. So.
So again, you can see I can go off on this stuff, but this call's about you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you have anything else you want to contribute, or we can.
Well, just one thing. This is kind of small, but to me it meant a lot. It's such a silly little story, but it's a thing that helps me in this subject. Like when this whole thing started in March, I lost an earring. Okay, it was one of my favorite earrings. Okay, and because I think I pulled my mask off because I just threw it, and then my earring went flying or something in the parking lot where I was, and I couldn't find it, and so I lost it, and I was like really upset. And so the company that makes them has on their website that if you lose an earring, they'll send you a new pair for free, which is really, really nice. So I thought, well, I'll try to take advantage of that, and I called them and I asked them, and they said sure. So, but she said it might take a while, like a couple of months or something. So I'm like, okay. So it was, a few months, and I still hadn't heard. And I'm like, So I thought, well, this company's so nice, I might just buy another earring from them, pair of earrings that I like. And I found some that I really liked on the website, and I was going to order them. But I called, and she said they don't take any orders. You can only get them from stores. I'm like, what? So that's like they'll get in trouble if they sell any earrings without it going through the stores. So I said, well, all the stores are closed, so I can't do it. Anyway, so she gave me the idea that she might just send it. So anyway, so she, soon after that, she sent not only my earrings that, I lost, but she sent this other pair that I really liked, and just for free. So I was so happy. Like I realized this is a really good example of feeling good when I received that. So I'm like, I'm not going to forget this feeling. So now it's like every time I feel like I need something to help me feel good, I think about those earrings. You know what I mean? It's just like, because it just really made me feel good. So.
And as if you already have it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, I think I was doing that. Now that you think of it, I was thinking I never let go of the fact that I'm going to get those back, and maybe I'll even get these other ones. I was just like kind of putting it out there. So yeah, that's
good stuff.
Yeah, but and then just the only other thing I wanted to say is that even before I got into this, I don't know. I don't think I mentioned it yet to the group, but I was going to. That for over a year now, I've been like I take walks to a park, and I really get connect with nature. Like I take off my shoes and I ground and all that. And I have been in the past year or so actually receiving messages from nature. Like, I don't tell everybody this because, I'm not sure how they'll take it.
I understand.
Yeah, cool people understand. So, but like there's this big rock and tree that I visit every time I go, and they're, and this like area that's kind of like a sanctuary. It's so beautiful and peaceful and zen and everything. So I'll just go there and I'll ask questions and, mentally or whatever, and I'll receive answers. And and I thought, this is so good. I have to write it down. So I've been writing down everything that they give me, and I was thinking of writing a book because, all of these answers are great. I mean, I don't know exactly if it's just because like it could simply be that I go there and my mind is clear after a certain amount of time of being there. So I get these answers from my higher self. I don't know where, but the thing is that, I do feel connected with nature and I don't want to invalidate that. So I think it's very possible. I have heard that trees talk.
Yep.
So, anyway, so that's what started this because I think what it was is I was receiving the message that what was it now? Something about, well, just about, positive, being positive and, knowing it's going to be okay and this kind of stuff, just really positive stuff. And I think it's some of it was, I forgot exactly specifically what it was now, but something was exactly what Kevin Trudeau was saying. I don't know if it was the feeling good or it was, it was just one of the main things, just about having some positive connection and everything. So I'm just saying that, it started, I guess, there, and it actually, I feel like it actually guided me to Kevin Trudeau. It's just amazing how all these little things in your life can be like a pathway to other things, that help you.
And these little, like you just said, that's using the law of attraction simply by the concept of ask and it is given. It's also a biblical term,
oh, yeah.
Or scriptural, whatever, that a lot of people around the world who are involved in different religions, that's pretty prevalent around the world. Asking it is given. But do people really understand that? Because you also have, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
So like you said, when you're feeling good and you're out in nature and you're asking for things, watch how fast it comes in.
Yeah.
I've experienced that so many times.
Oh yeah, that's
and yes,
good.
Trees talk to you, and not only talk to you, will protect you.
Oh wow.
I lived up in Yosemite for an entire summer, more than once. I just put a backpack together and a bedroll, and just took a train to Merced and took a shuttle into Yosemite, and that was it. I spent the whole summer there, just not camping, but hiking and sleeping along the river.
Oh, nice.
And I always used to, at night, I'd come to this particular area where I really felt comfortable and safe because, they're always warning you about bears and mountain lions and all that, I never even considered it. And I used to just go up to these beautiful oak trees and I'd put my arms around them and just talk to them and say, I'm sleeping with you all tonight. You'd think if somebody saw you, they'd really think, what is this crazy person doing?
I know.
But I never had a problem. I used to sleep out under the stars, under these trees, and never, ever had a problem. I used to sleep like a baby. I'd wake up in the morning and look at that gigantic granite rock, that was just towering above me.
Oh, wow.
First thing I'd see when I'd wake up. You wouldn't believe it. I'd wake up with goosebumps just from being there, and the whole experience was just incredible. Yeah. So nature has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Nature reminds me of what's important, what really matters in life.
Right.
That's
All
I
the
can
more
say.
reason to not let them take it away,
Right.
because they're trying real hard, to
Mm-hmm.
take away all the fun,
Mm, I
and
noticed that.
that ain't happening in my experience,
Not mine
you
either.
know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess
Ah,
we should end on a good note.
yeah.
And thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, thank
Um,
you for
much
asking.
much appreciated.
Thank you.
And I'm sure the group will appreciate this also. And I will post this immediately when they send me the recording.
Hmm.
And I believe Sean's next.
Oh, Sean is next. Oh, good. Today's his birthday.
Yeah, I sent him a greeting.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. See
And we
him.
really appreciate having the Willets clan.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm so grateful that there's this here to be a part of. It's in the same oasis for us. So thank you for having it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Jean.
Okay.
Love
Bye-bye.
you.
Love
May you
you.
never be the same.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. We'll do this again.